Okay, I've got another tips and tricks video today. Today I'm going to be cutting hand grooves. I'm just cutting a 1/4 inch groove in this board. So I go through a couple of steps when I do this. I've already established this is my reference face, and I've flattened both sides and thicknessed it, but this is going to be my reference face. And the reason is my grain is running this way for this particular side, so I'm going to square this side up. And then I will cut my groove in it. I'm just going to touch on a couple of quick tips with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is, in this case, I'm just going to use my jack plane. And this has got a few saw marks left in it. I'm just going to straighten them out and get it nice and smooth. And I want to be pretty square off of my reference face, which I'm absolutely not. And I'll get that real quick. And, you know, you don't have to be perfect, but the better you get this now, the easier it'll be putting your project together. This is part of going to be a large panel for something, not a door. Now that looks pretty good. Okay, now I've got my reference face here, and now I've got my other face, and I'm just going to draw myself an arrow here. Not that it's necessary, but sometimes I might be doing a bunch of these, and I'll come back and groove them. But this one, I'm just doing it all in one pass. Now, it's always important when you're doing this sort of thing to always maintain your square off of one reference face, because as you're working around, it'll wander. I'm actually going to square the other face up and flip it around, though it won't be getting a groove, but I'll square it off this same face rather than off the opposite side. When I thickness this, which in this case, this will be the back and this will be the front, you might get a little wander because when you're thicknessing with hand tools, it's never quite right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and start my grooving. Now, again, it's always important. You can work front to back, back to front. I typically work back to front, so I always keep my reference face on the back. When I put it together, if there's any small variations, they're on the front, and I just clean them up with a plane. It's easier that way. Even if you put it together the back, there's going to be some variations. But you simply stay a lot more accurate. Okay, I've got my face and everything prepared, and like I said, I work back to front. You can do it however you want. All right, now, first thing I do when I'm doing this, doesn't matter which grooving plane you're using. If you're doing it with a chisel, it's a different animal. With a grooving plane, I always drag the plane back a little bit and just take a little bit of just enough to see what I'm doing. And also, if there's anything in the wood that I missed when I was planing it before, little naughty spots in the wood, I'll catch them right away. I always endeavor to do it with the grain so that it's just makes a nice clean spot, though you will have these little naughty spots sometimes pop up. The first thing I do is work down the whole length of the board, carefully defining my groove. This is where this method is a whole lot more accurate than my groove cutting machine that I have up in the shop, because it never cuts them quite as evenly on the machine. I leave this plane set up just for making this one cut. It's kind of an expensive use of the tool, but we make an awful lot of these, so that's all it does is make this one cut. Now I've done the start of my thing, and I make sure I've kept it nice and even going the whole length. Plus I've identified any obvious issues I'm going to have. Now I'll start deepening my cut. And I usually do it in short strokes, and yeah, I've got a problem there. Just take your time, not go too fast, otherwise it can wander on the fence a little bit. Then start stepping back. And as soon as it starts skipping on the guide a little bit, step back. You'll feel it as it's walking down. And it's hard to explain until you feel it. this is a pretty ergonomic way to do it. You can cut them back to front as well, but it doesn't seem to work as well. Again, taking your time and keeping your cutter and your fence right in line. And then every so often running your cuts out till you're getting to full depth. Okay, I'm just finishing up now. It's also probably a pretty good idea to leave an inch or so of snipe in your material at the back end. The front end doesn't really matter, but the back end, it kind of seems to do matter. And then you can cut that off when you're bringing it to size. Another good idea is don't bring your board down to final size from here, because I'm going to take another probably a 1/4 inch off this. I haven't measured it yet, but I'll plane just a tiny bit off the bottom and get these two sides parallel. And then I will cut both of my ends off to square them up off of my two reference faces, because my groove face and this will become my reference face. Now with that, I hope some of this was helpful and you got something out of it. And if you liked it, please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you very much.